Markets, they are relatively flat this morning after stocks opened on Wall Street earlier today. Traders are monitoring the situation in the Middle East closely and waiting to see how it affects trade relations and, of course, oil production. I want to bring in Alex Vatanka for more. He is a senior fellow with the Middle East Institute. Alex, how will international trade be affected by the conflict right now between Israel and Iran? Thanks for your time, by the way.
Great to be with you, and thanks for having me. Look, I think the obvious one is the question of any impact this might have on the energy markets. It's very clear that the Islamic Republic, the leaders in Tehran, are threatening with closing the Strait of Hormuz, but they're also pretty much saying that will only happen if the United States basically takes the gloves off, even more so than it has done, by entering this war. So more strikes by the United States will force Iran to start thinking of closing down the Strait of Hormuz. Why would they do that? Because I guess they feel that that's one of the last things they have in terms of their toolbox, and internationalizing this conflict. For example, getting the price of oil to go up significantly. It's the kind of pressure that President Trump actually might, listen to and take into account, and might shape his calculations, trying to do what they can to essentially get the United States not to enter into this war more directly than it already has.
And I want to talk more about the Strait of Hormuz, which you just mentioned. It is the world's busiest shipping channel for oil. So how do you think this could affect the U.S. and worldwide when it comes to oil?
So U.S. is not these days, unlike the, say, 1970s, the biggest of customers when it comes to oil coming from the Persian Gulf region. So you have to look at countries like China, Japan, South Korea, India. A lot of the oil and the natural gas that leaves the Persian Gulf region goes east, goes to Asia, East Asia and South Asia. So they're the first ones to get hit. Second, probably Europe. Again, the data suggests countries like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, UAE are big providers of oil to Europe, and Europe needs the Gulf region more so today than it did, say, 5 years ago before the Ukraine war, because they were getting much more oil and gas from Russia before they put sanctions on Moscow. United States is probably not going to be impacted directly as much because this country today is so much more self-reliant when it comes to oil. But obviously, given the size of the U.S. economy and given that, oil prices changing on the market has an international impact, and U.S. will feel it one way or another. That's why this issue of what happens to the price of oil and gas is something the U.S. also needs to pay attention to, and that's reflected in the kind of warnings we're hearing from U.S. officials saying to Iran, don't do this.
And Alex, I have to ask you about this, because how does pride versus regime preservation for Iran come into play when it comes to a potential response to the strike from the United States?
Right, very quickly. I think right now the regime is in survival mode. And that's why you haven't seen them throw anything at the United States. I mean, there are relatively plenty of targets for the Iranians to hit. I mean, there are 45,000, some 19, 20 American bases just outside of Iran's borders. They haven't done anything. They don't want the United States into this. So it's more a case of surviving and maybe park your pride for now, because they do not underestimate what it means to get into a fight with the United States. And they try to keep the fight on Israel for now, and hope that they can survive and then figure things out going forward after that.
Okay. Alex Vatanka, thank you so much for your insight. We appreciate your time today.